Welcome to the first video of December Christmas movies for 2025. I wasn't too sure if I was going to continue doing December Christmas movies, but I just continue to find more and more Christmas movies, especially YouTube. So thank you for YouTube for those free YouTube movies. It's just fantastic. There's nothing like Christmas movies. There's nothing like the holidays. And even though I treat Christmas and every holiday, Christmas and Thanksgiving to me are essential for me, and I treat it like it's every single day. But when you see those decorations, those designs, the coffee mugs, the colors, the movies, there's nothing like it. And on this one, the very first one that I'm gonna talk about here on December Christmas movies, it's a movie called A Brush for Christmas, which I found on YouTube, starring Jillian Murray and Joseph Canado. And this movie is about over the week leading up to Christmas in the coastal town of Bayside. Charlotte, which is one of the lead characters of this movie, she is a talented painter, right? She tries to capture her own unique style in the local art scene while also helping out her mother, which is her name is Elizabeth, to run the family restaurant. Charlotte, she gets overwhelmed with everything and she becomes very discouraged and starts to lack motivation in finding time to paint because she's very occupied helping her family business and she doesn't want to disappoint her mom. So because of this, she does a very big mistake in throwing out her latest painting. She said she basically struggled to find time to do what she really loves to do. So because she doesn't find the time to do what she loves to do, she basically gives up on that and decides to focus on things that she likes to, but she's not as passionate compared to her art. But thanks to a man named Wyatt, he finds this painting and he decides to submit the painting to a Christmas art festival. This catches Charlotte by surprise. Although she wasn't happy that Wyatt, grabbed this painting, but over this painting is what drew them closer together. Wyatt likes to paint as well, although he doesn't have the skill set compared to Charlotte, but Charlotte basically teaches and mentors him in how to paint, but he has talent. It's just that Charlotte really, brings that out of him. And Wyatt brings out Charlotte out of her in the sense of finding that love again to paint again. Elizabeth, who is Charlotte's mom, I like her, but I felt that the first half of the movie, she was kind of like on top of Charlotte in the sense of like focus more on the business and not so much on the painting side, but not in a malicious way or intentional way. But it's just that her actions comes off as, you know, focus on this area more to the point where Charlotte felt like she was feeling guilty of, letting her mom down or, basically saying, basically her Elizabeth's intention was not selfishly, but it comes across as it can be a bit annoying that you're constantly hovering over your daughter about the business. Hopefully, I'm making sense about this. But this movie, guys, is very sweet. It's a very sweet romantic film. It's heartwarming. It teaches you about caring and about sharing, as well as I mean, listen, any movie that has cooking, baking, artistry, painting, I'm all for it. I'm not a painter, but I have a cousin who's very talented in painting. So there's that, but I do like cooking, and baking is the next thing on the radar for me. And I have a sibling who's a very talented um, pastry chef. So these things, they resonate. In the movie, we see that Wyatt he gets a job in London, which really puts a roadblock in the relationship between Charlotte and Wyatt. Wyatt did try to convince Charlotte to move to London with him, and she could basically start fresh with her painting, but Bayside is her home, and I'll leave it right there. I recommend you should see the movie. It's called A Brush for Christmas. It's on YouTube. My review for this movie from 1 through 5, I give it a 4.3 out of 5 stars. I like the script in this movie. I like the acting, very strong performance by the two leading actors. And I'm just a sucker for sweet films, romantic films, family films, Christmas films. So this movie clicks on all cylinders for me. I don't care how cliche these movies may be, especially Christmas movies, but I prefer a good, clean movie with a good message than 1,000 swearing words, nudity scenes. So I like clean, good message movies, and this movie provides that.